Hello, I'm Mike,
And I'm Vic.
and you're watching METS
Met
in
in Florida.
Florida. Hey,
How
Vic,
you
what's
doing?
up?
Ah, I'm back in Florida. Just got back from New York. Uh, love my time in New York. Had a great week there.
Right,
I was able to catch the games there, some aggravating games.
sure.
Uh, while I was in New York.
Very aggravating.
But I'll get into some stuff that I noticed there. But let's start off with yesterday's win, the 8-3 win over Cincy.
And I will say I like so far the way this game is going tonight, so that's good.
That's
Got the
yeah,
hitting shoes on.
and I think they're feeling the heat coming
I'll
up.
tell
from
you,
the
I
Niners.
think that inning last night, that 10th inning was a Kickstarter.
I think it's a Kickstarter for sure, but also as I spoke to you off air, was with McCann being down there in Syracuse, was
Yeah.
it, or was it no, it was Binghamton when he went
Binghamton.
down for rehab. Yeah, seeing Alvarez as his heir apparent
Motivated him.
totally motivated him, and other players there, JD and Dom feeling the heat, the talk of trades. So whether they're with the Mets or with another team, hey, as long as with the Mets, I'm cheering for you.
Yep.
And
I almost also think not quite the same thought, but when Escobar kind of was ticked that he got, the guy throw inside like that, I almost feel like that energy was channeled into the rest of and I think it threw the pitcher off his game.
Yeah,
I think that's part of it too.
I agree. I think it did. You can see
it's like an 86 move.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Psychological.
I kind of cracked up a little bit on, I think it was Francisco's Lindor. He had like one leg strapped over the top, like he was ready to come out. It looked
they were ready. They were ready to go.
Ready to jump out. Yeah.
They were ready to go. He's up now. So real quick, last night, it looked like it was going to be a very sad night.
Yeah.
What a waste of a wonderful performance by Max Scherzer the night before.
Awesome.
Boy, what can you say about him? He's been worth every penny.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, not just on the field, but even in the clubhouse, off the field.
Absolutely.
What a waste that was. That was very disheartening. And I had a feeling when Lindor didn't deliver in that one instance, I said, this is not going to be a good night.
I wonder if there was some thrown chairs in.
I would not be surprised.
That game.
No, I would not be surprised. And then, of course, Lugo, you can't use him 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
I know maybe Buck had to see it for himself, but you can't.
Yeah. We've been following this team. We've been saying that for years. You can't use him 2 days in a row.
Yeah. And last night, it's funny, even though David Peterson didn't really have it last night, you know what I'm slowly noticing about him?
What?
He's becoming a strikeout pitcher.
Yes, that's really strange. Right before our eyes, he's starting to strike out people.
He is. He really is. And he's a lefty. He's not Randy Johnson, but he's definitely becoming a strikeout pitcher. And like Taijuan Walker, his strikeouts are going up again.
I think we just got to toss it out that he just had a kid, probably didn't get any sleep.
Oh, yeah, we're all human, man, of course.
Yeah, no, hey, it's like, it's probably, that's it. But I'm glad that Buck took him out when he did.
No, he handled it perfectly.
Because I felt like, he's a pitch away from hanging one.
He didn't have it, and honestly, I could still take away good things from that. Even though he struggled, I take good things away from that start.
Definitely good things away. So that's really good.
I mean, again with the funky cold Medina.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then there's the bullpen, Holderman. They all kept us in the game. And then
now it really we're in a position where, what do? I mean, do you go after the biggest high level pitcher you can get, or do you go for 2?
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be in that situation because we still have to get Trevor May back.
I know what a weird. Yeah, that's another thought.
But I think now, after what we saw with Lugo, I think Lugo and Smith are getting dropping down as
Yeah.
far as ability to handle high level. So
Yeah,
we
Smith is
still
starting to
have
throw
that.
some bombs.
Yeah, we still, and he got into that. Yeah, Smith got into that habit of throwing these bombs out there. So I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Even the outs, like that last outing he had, the outs weren't even. They were hard
Yeah.
outs.
Yeah, so it's like he's kind of, he's gonna have to
know.
earn his way back up. I think
He's gonna.
we anointed him the heir apparent,
A
but
little early.
not so.
I still think
Little
he could do it, but not now.
Yeah, it's like we got to get somebody with really, really tough stuff
Yeah,
that we can trust.
yeah.
You might
And
have to go to.
like Medina, he's not a strikeout pitcher per se, but he gets the outs.
Right.
It's I guess
Right.
he pitches to contact very effectively, I guess, and he gets
Right.
to strike out when you need it.
Right.
But last
On a
night,
side note, I
Yeah.
did hear. I'm not sure if it originated in Cincy. There's talk there about Votto to the Mets.
that'll be
I
interesting.
think it's on the tail end of that report that came out about I think it was Epler who said they're willing to take on contracts
Money, yeah,
in exchange for a better player.
yeah,
So maybe that's what it comes out to.
yeah.
We
I
might
mean,
have
his
to look
numbers
at it.
aren't all there to this year, but
No, the last I've seen it was like 6 home runs, 25 RBIs.
No.
He was hitting like 212.
I'd
He's been
rather
on an
have.
upswing. He's in an upswing, but I want to
Yeah,
get
no, he's a
somebody.
great player overall, but no,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have some of the other guys we were talking about.
Yeah, I want to. I want some impact.
Like I was saying off the air, like we talked about Josh Bell being like our number one pick offensively.
Right.
We might have to take on someone like Patrick Corbin in that deal.
You got to do it.
Whatever.
You got to do it.
Hey, a lefty, local guy. He's
Yeah.
been good in the past. I
Yeah.
mean, whatever.
And if we could
We'll
do
eat it.
if
We'll
we
eat
can
it.
tinker with him and he can help us, who knows?
Hey, you never. Maybe he needs a change of scenery.
Maybe.
As far as last night goes, we were inches away from another horrible night.
Yeah.
And then the bullpen kept us in the game. Escobar with the out, and then
Funky Cole Medina held us
Funky
in.
Cole Medina. But before we get into that, the 10th inning, Marte ties the game with an RBI double, and I know it could have gone either way.
Right.
I think if you angle the camera a certain way, you could see it just went over the bag fair, like by a hairline.
By a hair. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was terrific. And then who was the guy who pitched the bottom of that inning that kept us in the game? It was who pitched that bottom of the ninth?
I thought wasn't it Medina that kept us in?
Was it Medina that stayed in the game, right?
Because he pitched 3 innings.
Yeah, right. It was him. I think it was Holderman.
Holderman, I'm sorry. You're right.
It was Holderman.
They took Medina out. I think there was 1 out or 2. No, it was 2 outs, and they brought in Holderman.
Right.
And he got the last out.
And then with the 10th inning, it starts with the Escobar getting brushed back. Of course, He's kind of inside. He's kind of close to the plate.
Yeah.
But I do like the fire because I just think that, I think that was just frustration about what's been going on all year.
That's what I took out of it, because I really didn't see that pitch being that bad.
No, it wasn't personal.
I think he was just frustrated.
I think, but it fired the team up,
Whatever works.
And it got in the pitcher's head.
Yeah.
And the 5-run rally, and you and I talked about how Nimmo's had a knack for hitting late game home runs.
Yeah, he doesn't hit a lot, but it seems like when he hits one, it's meaningful when you least expect it.
Ottavino, by the way, it was. Ottavino.
Oh, Ottavino at the
was
end.
The winning pitcher.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he looked great in that inning, by the way.
He did.
See, he's weird. It's like,
and
the slider's working.
He's another guy that 2 days in a row.
Nimmo just robbed a home run at the fence.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Our current score is what? What are we up now?
It's 6-0.
6-0. Okay.
Yeah, it was Peterson, Medina, Holderman, Ottavino, Diaz. And by the way, I gotta say, with Edwin Diaz in that bottom of the 10th, I love that they put him in there. Number one, you have a runner already on base, that ghost runner.
Yeah.
But they were not messing around. And he did it in 13 pitches.
Yes, that was.
Struck out the side, 13 pitches. And he almost looked like, screw this. I'm not messing around. I'm getting us out of here.
Yeah.
I want to get on the bus.
Yep. Let's
I'm
let's
outta
get
here.
out of here.
It was so efficient.
Yeah. That
Real
was really good.
nasty, but
Well, he's got to be on the All-Star team. He has
how
to be.
could you not? Yeah, no, how could you not?
I'm still kind of miffed that they didn't, that McNeil didn't rate higher as far as second base.
And Buck said something about that.
Yeah, especially with Albies being out. I mean, he should be right there.
McNeil's going for the batting title.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta have a guy there.
And he's been great defensively.
Yeah.
And Diaz to me, yeah.
He's got to be in.
It just shows you never know with baseball, because like in this game, for example, people were complaining, like I think it was Wardy and another channel was saying, I don't know why we're putting Trevor in there, Trevor Williams. I don't know why JD's sitting, and yet they're the ones that have been producing. You never know with baseball. It's such a weird thing.
You don't. Hey, I've gone off on people too.
And then weird. I said, watch, something's good. They're gonna do something tonight.
Right.
By the way,
right.
I think that catch that Nimmo made was a snow cone.
Oh, nice.
I think it was a snow cone.
I got to definitely check.
And then the batter was like, playing around.
Let's let everybody know that tomorrow is an important day.
Tomorrow's an important day. We want to talk about something else before that, but tomorrow's an important day because Jake's going to be pitching again.
Yep, and yours truly, I am going to be there. I'm going to be watching him tomorrow. I'll be taking some videos, so tune in tomorrow. I'll have what I've seen in person with him, and also I'm going to see if I can get some footage from him pitching.
We'd love to see it and break it down. And by the way, I want to ask you real quick, not too long, but what are your thoughts on what he did in the first game? How do you feel about that?
I think that's Jake being Jake. I don't think he can dial it back.
The nature of the beast. You can't.
Yeah, I don't. I think with him, it's like if he's free and easy and he's throwing 100.
Yeah.
As long as he's not trying to muscle up, then
I'd rather than have him hold back even
hold back and then strain something. Flatten a pitch out. Jake is being Jake.
Yeah, let it happen.
Hey, it's funny. I'm going to be very interesting to see who's going to be there at the game, because I got a funny story about Jake. I actually worked, a friend of mine that I worked with, she is good friends with his wife.
Oh, that's cool.
And
right, because he's from that area.
And she went to their wedding.
Yeah.
Her husband went to the wedding.
That's wild.
I came this close
to going to the wedding.
Going there, because her husband wasn't sure he was going to go, and she asked me, if he doesn't go, would you go? And I was like, I would love to be there.
It didn't
work out. But she did get me his autograph, Rookie of the Year, and
that's
ball.
So weird, man.
So that was so funny. So I'm sure he'll have a lot of family there.
And who knows, if I was living in that area, I could have been the DJ. You don't know.
There you go. Exactly.
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
So I do DJ on the side. But anyway, so I agree with you about Jake. I think it's going to be okay. He says he feels 100%. Nothing, knock wood. That's great.
I think they just handle him right.
Yeah.
I think the best deal is 6-man rotation.
6-man rotation. I will say though, Max, and we love Max, he got a little taste of what it was like to be deGrom.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That game. Oh my God, poor guy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, let's hope that's the last time we see that.
Never ever. You got a little taste of it, that's it.
Yeah.
But the again, so last night was wonderful. To me, it might have been the most important win of the year.
Yeah, I think
psychologically.
I think they're scoreboard watching now. I mean, it was really interesting.
Which is why I can't see us not doing something before that series.
Yeah, we need to fortify this team, even if it's not.
We're so close, I feel like.
Yeah. When is this trading? Do you remember the trading deadline? What's the date?
I think it's August 4th this year.
August 4th. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have, they gotta. if I had to pick, I'd pick the hitter.
Oh, hitter first, hitter
You
number
know,
one.
Get the hitter and then keep, be working on that reliever at the same time, because I don't want to go up against them shorthanded,
Nope, no, no.
because
The
we'll be
hitters,
shorthanded
yeah, even though
without it.
everyone needs relief, but the hitting, we need, because that lineup that they have is so good.
That's a really good lineup.
So we need to,
Braves are no joke, and
they're just
and
really
like
good.
and like they say, in order to beat the best, you got to beat the best.
They haven't let up.
Yeah, yeah. So we
Even
have
though
to beat 'em.
they're not winning 14 in a row anymore, they haven't let up.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
have to beat them. There's no backing into this, and
No.
it's I want the division. I want to end that
Oh
streak.
no, we have to. Oh, it would be a disappointment if we don't get this
Yeah,
division.
I want to get that division and go from there and look forward to what could be next year too.
Yeah. Especially
continue.
after we had it for 100 days last year.
Exactly. I
And
don't
then-
want to lose it to them. I don't want to hear that negative stuff.
And I don't want to hear, oh, they're the world champs. I don't care. It's a new
Yeah.
year.
The new year, we start again.
Yeah.
We'll go head to head and let's see what happens.
So speaking of traveling, you were talking about you were in New York. So anything Met related you'd like to share?
Yeah, I found something really interesting, kind of disheartening too, and maybe Steve Cohen has done a great job, and I don't know if this is something that they ever look at as
Right.
far as the Mets. What's the word I'm looking for? Persona that they want out there. But I found it really interesting that
The
when I was
visibility.
the visibility. Thank you. When I was on Fifth Avenue, I went by the MLB store, and what did I see in the front? I saw a New York Yankee mannequin and a Boston Red Sox, and all these other teams. And in the background, I saw a New York Met, Jacob deGrom mannequin with the suit, and I'm like, this is New York. Why isn't it not Met and Yankees in the front? Why is Boston out in front?
I know they're playing them tonight.
Yeah, but it was like that didn't make no sense, because
No.
all the other teams, it was weird. All the other teams had mannequins out in front, but the Mets didn't have one. I was like,
That's really strange.
This is Fifth Avenue, New York. How can that not be? That
No.
was one. Then I noticed walking around, I was pretty much in all areas of Manhattan, from the lower east and west to the upper east and west, and
Right.
everything in between. Pretty much both teams were equally represented. I saw just as many Met fans as Yankee fans.
Yeah. Oh, they come out in droves.
But there was one thing that I did notice. In Chinatown and going into certain souvenir shops, that a lot of tourists who come in, they just want something New York related. They'll buy hats. If they're not baseball fans, they don't realize that the script on the NY is a Yankee script.
Yeah.
It is not really a baseball cap, but everything that had NY that I could see that was hat related was Yankee script. But it's not even a baseball hat. It's just
no.
But it's getting it out there. It's a way of
it's a subliminal kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of like promoting the Yankee kind of
without
even being fans. It's just people are walking around not even knowing that. Yeah, you got a Yankee hat on. There were different colors and whatnot. They weren't Yankee. They weren't baseball hats.
It was the print of the Yankee. There's only one explanation, but I doubt this might be a stretch. But you know where the Yankees got that from? The interlocking. They got it from the police. The old New York City police logo had a very similar interlocking NY.
I don't think it.
But that's what we're going way back. I mean, like 1800s. I seriously doubt that's what it was. Yeah, but that's my only logical explanation.
I was noticing, I wasn't walking around in Manhattan. There's a Yankee clubhouse. There's no more Met clubhouse anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's disappointing.
And all the souvenir places that I kind of, went in and out. I can see, when it had like Met and Yankee stuff, there might be 2 rows of Yankee stuff, 1 row of Met stuff.
Right.
And I think that's something that, with the Mets promotion wise, maybe take a look at that.
I
To
think
get
they will.
their
Public
product.
relations.
Yeah, public relations, get that out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I found it ridiculous.
Because it's our time. I know. You're right.
I was like, how could that be?
No.
But that gives that myth out there that there are more Yankee fans than Met fans.
And there really isn't.
It isn't. It isn't. I mean, we spoke
The
about
Yankee fans are just louder.
The thing I noticed in New York, and all the time I lived there, New York is split in 3. A third are diehard Yankee fans, third are diehard Met fans, and the other third is whoever's winning.
Right.
They will go back and forth.
That's really what it is.
And that's where, there's nobody has a monopoly on more fans, but there is that kind of perception that I was seeing that I was like, as a Met fan, I was like, oh, come on, this is not, this is not right, but
No.
hey, that was just kind of a minor annoyance.
I
Out of
don't
my
blame
trip,
you.
that was great. That was the minor annoyance. Other than that,
Yeah.
the whole trip was great.
Yeah, no. I mean, and I think in time we're going to see more of, we're just not as out there because I guess we don't have the history. But
Yeah, but we do have a history.
it becomes. I'm talking about like we're not as open about it. But
Right.
when we are successful at a given time, that's
Right.
when we come out. I just
Well, I
wish
think
we were
that's-
like that more.
Yeah, I think that's what they, hey, it starts with the first championship, right?
Right.
And
Yeah,
it starts from
exactly.
there, and
I don't want to talk about the past. I want to talk about now,
me too.
the
That's what
success we're doing now.
Exactly.
I don't want to
Exactly.
live in the,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of our past, even though it's not like the Yankees past, but
Right.
I don't want to hate. I love
of,
talking about 1986 and 1969, but I want to,
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
could be the new era.
Right. Exactly.
Someone made a good point. One of the other channels, the channel We Gotta Believe. One of the
Yes.
guys said, "You may not realize it, but we're in the good old days right now. Enjoy it. This is the beginning of the good old days."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That is a good way,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of us, I still think a lot of us Met fans who have been
PTSD.
around, the Wilpons have really instilled that with
We're
us.
so, I know, I hear it, and you more than me. I've heard you, and as you go back a little further, you remember
Yeah.
the real dark
Yes.
days
Yes.
before
Yeah.
Wilpon even.
Yeah. And sometimes
Oh
I have
my
to
God.
stop myself. I'm like, you can't win every game. It's got to
And
happen.
it's not the same team. It's a different time.
Yeah.
It's hard though. You're right.
It is
Like,
hard.
I'll be
because-
honest, if we lost last night, I would have been really depressed.
Yeah. I was, and it's funny because you're looking at it and you're like, come on, do something already.
Yeah, I would have
Make
been
a
real
deal.
disheartened. Like, dang, man.
And it's almost because it's like we've kind of been conditioned in the past.
That's
or
the
like,
problem.
that we would say, let's make a deal, and they wait to the last moment and they make
Yeah.
something and it's passed. The time is passed.
That's
You
why I'm
know?
hoping we do something before this Brave, even if it's just call somebody up,
Yeah.
shake it up, do something before the Brave series.
Yeah. And I want to see something to shock that. Oh, and I was watching the minors today. Alvarez had a really good at bat. Sacrifice.
You're telling me
fly,
that.
hit the other way. He was down.
Like he's
2 strikes.
maturing.
Yeah, he fought off like 5 pitches, hit a sacrifice fly. Vientos had an RBI single, which is good. So he's not just a home run hitter. He can come through. So that's the pitching down there is dreadful though. Syracuse is pretty
I heard.
horrible. It was like, oof, not good.
I heard.
Not good. Yeah. We have a couple of guys who throw over 100 down in AAA, but it looks like they're still trying to figure out the strike zone. So
Bases loaded, by the way, for whoever's after McNeil. Anyway,
Oh,
1 out.
okay, so I think let's see how they do against the Marlins.
So far, so good. But yeah, you're
So far,
right.
so
At
good.
minimum 3 out of 4.
Minimum, yeah. I
Oh,
think
if we could win the Trevor Williams game, that would be a nice little feather in our cap.
yeah. I think it's like, hey, think of win every night. Think of win every night, as you know.
You got to try to win every night.
I think especially with the timing of it. I just don't want to lose a game to Atlanta before we come in.
No,
You
no,
know?
I want momentum.
Yeah.
I
I would
want
love to
momentum.
pick in the next 4 games. I would love to pick up 2 games. That
Here's
would
the
be
thing,
awesome.
we got them, and here's the funny thing, the Marlins have been hot this week.
Yeah, they were.
So we got 4 with them, then we got the Braves, 3, and then on the other side of the sandwich, we got another 4 games with the Cubs,
Okay.
and we should really do well with them too, you would think.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I said, hey, respect all the teams and play
respect
hard
all the
against
teams.
them.
I know, I hate that talk,
Yeah, because
but
it's
you
just,
can't think about that. It's got to focus on one series
Yeah.
at a time.
But then
Treat
when
them
you
all
can
like they're
sweep,
Division One
sweep.
leaders.
And
Huh?
when you can sweep, sweep.
Right.
You know,
Like the
I'm
night that
hoping
we
you can get
lost to
one.
the Reds,
Yeah,
the Yankees lost to the Pirates,
right,
and then the Brewers lost to the Cubs. So anybody could beat anybody.
right.
So treat everybody. Oh, look at this grand slam, JD Davis. Swear to God.
Oh my God. Yeah, like he's not here in the footsteps.
I
of the
can't hold
play.
it up, but you know what I mean.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Wow.
Yeah. And that makes the score.
10-0.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. Well,
You're
let's
getting it
end
here
it.
live, folks.
You got it here. Let's end it on a good note here.
And a high
10-0.
fly ball deep to left field. Yeah, man.
So
it's still
tomorrow
only
we'll
one
be
out.
back with another video about
Yes.
Jacob deGrom,
Yep.
recap of the game that's going on today, preview for tomorrow's game, and keep subscribing, watching
Yes,
our
liking and
videos.
subscribing. Hope you enjoy our content.
Yeah,
There's
we
going to be a
love
lot
making
more
them.
than this, not even just what's going on this year, but then we're going to get into more history, more interesting, unusual tidbits.
Yeah, the
You know,
trade.
things people don't even think about.
Oh yes, yeah, we have some really interesting topics
Yeah,
coming up.
right. The
And
kind of stuff you talk about at 3 a.m. I remember that player. Remember
yes.
that game? Like,
Yep. Yeah.
like
And then we got the draft coming up. We got the All-Star game.
yes, we got a lot going on
And
right
the
now.
trade and the trade deadline. So we have plenty of things to talk about coming up.
It's good. It's going to write itself. The material's going to write itself for sure.
Yeah.
So that sounds great. And I'm looking forward to discussing Jake with you tomorrow.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
So we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Yep. Like and subscribe. And once again on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's
go
Mets.
Mets.
Thank you
See
all.
you tomorrow.
Thanks. Take care, man. Have a good one.
Take care.
Thanks.